Despicable Me 2. I remember when I reviewed the first one when I started making videos, and I just loved it. Not only it had great humor and lovable characters, but it also had a lot of heart and a great introduction to Illumination's entertainment. I even really enjoyed the ride at Universal Orlando, which not only shares the same strengths as the movie, but also really energetic and a lot of fun. But now that Gru and his army of minions are back, will it have the same charm that the original did, or is this just a soulless cash grabber like the Lorax? Let's find out. The story. I wouldn't say that there is a main and a subplot, but more that there are two different stories working together. The first one being that Gru is assigned to find a villain with a new partner before he succeeds an evil plan involving a purple potion that hulkifies anything that consumes it, and another where Gru needs to find a woman not only for his life, but also to be a mom for the girls. These two plots work out very well together in a way that they each highlight what makes the original so good, like the espionage plot leans more on the humor and creativity, while the romance plot aims more for the charm. As for them individually, some could argue that the espionage plot is not all that original and can be predictable, but it's for sure that it's told very well and it often leads to some small unexpected twists. As for the romance plot, they don't focus on it too much to turn this into a romantic comedy, but they give us a right amount to make it an important part of the movie. If there is one thing I would criticize, it's that they try to make a subplot for the girls, and it does have a bit of a connection to the main one, but it fails to focus on how it impacts on the girls themselves. Like the one where Margot has the hots for a boy goes somewhere for Gru, but it goes nowhere for Margot. Oh, and by the way, hi Onceler. But regardless of the subplots, it's the main story that really makes this movie strong. The animation. Despicable Me's animation isn't really the most memorable thing of the movie. It's good and pretty imaginative, but it doesn't stand out from the other animated films during its time, and the same can be said about the sequel. I'm not really a huge fan of its character design since it has like the generic cartoony look, but the character animation is well done, giving something over the top and comical, but not too much to look like it was done for a Saturday morning cartoon. Another thing that they've done greatly is the textures. The animators made it look realistically well that it helps the movie look good as a computer animated film. As for the settings, most of it is set in a simple mall, and it does look nice, from the Mexican restaurant to the bakery to the wig store. Even the lobby looks interesting to look around. But then when the characters go to places like the AVL's head table or the villain of the movie's evil lair, that's when things look grand and it shows the true creativity of the animators. If there is something that does stand out in terms of the animation, it would be the transformation bits when someone consumes the purple potion and the action scenes. I find it really gives the movie some new abilities that makes it stand out from its predecessors. I won't say that the animation is the highlight of the film, but I will say that they did a fascinating job. The characters. The characters are possibly the biggest reason why I was so excited to see this movie, and I'm glad to see that they are back. I have to say that Gru could possibly be one of the most well-written and most developed character I've seen this year. An ex-supervillain who's now a working father assigned to find another villain to pretty much save the world. At the same time, everybody keeps telling him to get married as he starts to get interested to his new partner during his mission. Not only is he such a great character here, but also really likable and basically what makes the Despicable Me movies. Well, other than the minions. Speaking of which, the minions are just hilarious every time they come on screen, and they appear a lot in this, but not too much to constantly interrupt the movie. A nice addition to them is that they are now a significant element to the plot. With the three girls though, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, they're not as important or appear as much as they would in the first film. They bring nothing much to the main story, and when they have their own subplot, it just goes nowhere for them. There isn't a lot of new characters that are really significant, but there might be one with a small role that would stand out from the rest. For the more main new ones, there's the villain of the film, who I won't say for spoiler reasons, who I find to be a more funnier and better antagonist than Vector from the first film. Then there's Lucy, Gru's new partner for the mission and possible love interest. I find her to be a bit too over the top in a sense that she's trying to channel the minions to be the comedy relief of the film. It would have been better if she could tone herself down a bit. Not all the characters will be able to stand out, but the ones that do will make you remember why this movie is awesome. Despicable Me 2 is not only a great film, but also a great sequel to its predecessor. It feels fresh for its solid story and nice animation, but it has the amazing humor, charm, and lovable characters of the original. This is a must-watch for those who enjoyed the first movie, and even for those who haven't seen the original, I'd still say to go watch it. Also, stick around during the credits for a hilarious bit with the Minions holding an audition for their own spin-off movie. And yes, people, there's going to be an actual spin-off movie of the Minions. I don't know about you, but if it's going to be as good as this, then I honestly can't wait.